Even before the motor blew on this bridge known as the Middle Thorofare Bridge outside of Cape May and Wildwood Crest, there was a report published in 2022. It described the status of this bridge to be critical and raised a boatload of other questions. The Middle Thorofare Bridge has carried tens of millions of cars over the inlet since it was built in 1939. The drawbridge that charges drivers $2.50 for a round trip has seen better days. Do you have concerns driving over it?
Yes, every time we go over it, we always say the same thing. I cannot believe they haven't done something with this bridge.
A week ago, the bridge motor that allows that graded piece known as the bascule span to open for boat traffic suddenly stopped working. It's estimated the bridge is raised as many as 6,000 times a year for the busy fishing fleet that comes and goes in these waters. Unfortunately, documents show the original machinery is so old, often some parts can be hard to come by. But the county had a fast fix. In about 48 hours, the bridge was working again thanks to an auxiliary motor that was located by a vendor and pressed into service. But that incident prompted CBS News Philadelphia to take a deeper dive into what are well-documented problems with Middle Thorofare Bridge and a handful of other Cape May County crossings in Strathmere, Sea Isle, Avalon, and Stone Harbor. Bridges that reports show have aged out. Jim Hodder says from his boat for years he could see the signs of wear, tear, and the toll taken by the harsh marine elements.
And there's some places where you can actually see right through the rust, daylight, like small holes. It's in really, really bad shape.
In a series of reports that we obtained, this one issued by Cape May County in 2022 and an updated version released earlier this year, Middle Thorofare Bridge is, quote, beyond its service life and must be replaced. The crossing has since been limited to 15 tons. While the Cape May County Bridge Commission has carefully maintained the crossing over the years, addressing rust, concrete, and paint issues, this report provided by the commission shows construction for a new span won't happen until sometime after 2030. The cost is hovering near $250 million with no easy answers on who will pay what. By the way, there's documentation showing the county has been talking about replacing this bridge for at least 25 years. Bridge Commission officials were open with us in providing documents and exchanging emails. Executive Director Kevin Lair sent us an email about the safety of Middle Thorofare Bridge, saying, based upon the latest inspection performed by independent consultants, the bridge was not deemed unsafe for the traveling public, subject to the current load posting, which again is a 15-ton maximum. Lair went on to explain the critical assessment is based upon a combination of the existing load posting and the amount of superstructure deterioration. It does not necessarily mean that the bridge is unsafe or in need of closure. Meanwhile, records from 2 years ago had warned of problems with the aging system that lifts the drawbridge, the same one that broke a week ago.
I do not believe that there is immediate danger.
Marcello Botticini, a bridge expert from St. Joseph's University, reviewed the inspection reports at our request. He said with routine inspections and maintenance, the bridge still has time, but given continued deterioration, it's not much.
Because these are all probabilities, it doesn't mean that you want to wait for those years. You need to act quickly. Because unfortunately, when it's beyond repair, it is beyond repair, and we need to watch out for the amount of traffic that's on the bridge.
The county has its hands full with bridge projects. The spans connecting Ocean City and Strathmere and Stone Harbor and Middle Township, as well as the Townsend's Inlet Bridge, are all under review for replacement. The county tells me, with all of the major bridge work, we will aggressively pursue federal assistance as these projects are huge for us in size, scope, and time. Total price tag in today's dollars for all of these bridge projects, more than $800 million. I'm Joe Holden, CBS News, Philadelphia.